right, so this email initially seems silly. Should she be concerned that her husband has recently become friends with an openly gay man? Mm-hmm. I mean, right off the bat, as long as they don't share a fork or sneeze on each other, your husband should be fine.
He won't catch it.
He won't catch it.
Idiot.
Hi, Bert Show. I'm faced with a dilemma, and I hope you all can help me. To give you a backstory, my husband and I are high school sweethearts. We both connected over playing basketball in high school. Unlike me, he was a great athlete and the guy every girl wanted. We dated throughout college and got married after our graduation. For the first few years of our marriage, we weren't in a rush to start a family. We spent time traveling and crossing a few items off our bucket list. Recently, I found out that we're expecting our first child.
Congrats.
I didn't tell my husband right away.
Why?
I wanted to wait until our 10th anniversary to tell him the great news.
Okay.
However, during our celebratory dinner, he opened up to me about a new friend he'd been hanging out with for weeks. He seemed more excited than usual. At first, I thought it was because he found someone who shared a mutual interest in classic cars. Then, he dropped the bomb on me. The man is openly gay.
You got to give somebody a heads up before you do that. I mean, like, my heart just jumped into my throat when you did that.
Openly gay? No!
In this economy? Oh, man.
His sexuality isn't the issue.
Oh, good to know.
Okay.
The problem is that my husband then confessed he's curious about his own sexuality.
Okay.
I was completely speechless.
Okay.
Ever since that night,
Where was the giant reaction then?
We were going in that direction.
ever since that night, we've barely said a word to one another. He's tried to talk, but I'm not sure how to approach this. It's been over a week, and I'm torn. Where is the curiosity coming from? Is he hooking up with this quote-unquote new friend? Am I about to become a single mom? My mind is all over the place, and I'm not sure what to do. Help.
Whee! Here we go. Okay, so if you are a Bert Show listener, and we've taken a lot of these over the years where you were married and your husband realized in your marriage that he was gay, or you did, 1-855-BERT Show. I have no experience in this area to give any kind of advice whatsoever.
Therapy. I would immediately go to a couples counselor because that's a lot to try to digest and try to navigate. So I know it seems like the crutch answer, but I feel it's the right answer. I think sitting on it for a little bit and like absorbing it, I do think you need a follow-up conversation. You haven't had one since he admitted that. And I think you get into, for me, it's all about the why. So you feel a certain way. Why do you feel that way? I really feel like you need to dig and to delve into like where these feelings are coming from. Have they been there for a long time? Is it this new friend that's got you thinking about this? Or is this something that you've ruminated on before? And I think you would be best served to have that conversation with a professional.
What does curious about my own sexuality look like? Like, I mean, I can look at dudes and go, oh man, like, what's that dude that's in the movie with Sweeney? What's dude's name?
Glenn Powell.
And go, that's a damn good looking man right there. Mm-hmm. I'm not questioning my sexuality. I'm just saying that's an attractive dude. So what is the definition of that?
I think it would be, for me, like if I was questioning my sexuality, it'd be like, I wonder what it would be like to be in a romantic relationship with a woman. I wonder what it would be like to be intimate with a woman. Like those curiosity, those thoughts pop into your head of like, yeah, I'm doing this with a man, but what would it be like to go through this life with a partner as a woman? I think that's the curiosity.
Good morning, Morgan. You're part of the Bert Show. Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
You tell us.
Well, I've been recently married, but I've been with my husband for about 6 years, like dating-wise, and I was the one who got curious about girls and what it was like to be with them, and we have long discussions over that and like how we could, go about that or whatnot. And like I've just gotten comfortable in my sexuality, and like it's fun to be able to like, oh, that girl's really pretty, and like we can both kind of look together. in a respectful way.
All right, so can I ask
We're
you?
just more comfortable with it.
Can I ask you a couple more questions about all this?
Absolutely.
So you were attracted to men your entire life, or did you used to date women, then had the realization that dudes are your thing, and then you started getting curious again, or has it been pretty consistent?
I have definitely always been attracted to women, but I also grew up in a conservative household. So I never really took the opportunity, but being with my husband, he, like, before we got together, like, married-wise, I haven't, like, been with other women before, and, like, we talked about it even before we got married, kind of thing.
So what's the worst way to handle it? Like, she's really, really nervous right now. He said he's
Understandably.
curious about his sexuality. What are the things she should and should not say at this point?
Definitely don't be judgmental. Like, this is something, especially in this world, is very, like, fragile, and men with mental health and dealing with this and being ostracized, or even, you know, especially about their loved ones, it's a very difficult thing. I think just being open and, like, being understanding to what's going on, because this could just be like a fleeting thing. This could be something that you guys need to talk about, but the core to every good relationship is communication and honesty, and I think that's where you guys need to start.
Thank you, Morgan.
No judgment.
Well said.
Fantastic call, man. We only got one, but it was yours and it was great. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Good to talk to y'all again.
Appreciate you.
The Bert Show.